Hello everybody, it is MattyIce, and as I said last video, I am back for my Season 3 tier list. Season 3 just completed for Mario Superstar Baseball, and the new updated Project Rio has come out, so with that, a new season is about to start, but before I start playing in the new season, I gotta wrap up this Season 3 tier list. Now, I haven't played as much in Season 3 compared to prior seasons, especially Season 0 and 01, but I have noticed just from spectating and from the small amount of games I played that I have some different opinions on the tier lists that have changed. And of course, the goat's here, the mascot of the Barkin' Bellas. Say hello, Belle. Hello, I'm back. All right, so we're gonna get things started with just the tier list. I'm gonna try to make this video quicker just because not too much has changed, but I guess so we'll start from the bottom and make our way towards the top, as I'm sure you all already see some noticeable changes at the top especially. But Baby Mario, Baby Luigi, Paragoomba, my opinions haven't changed on them. They're the bottom three last time. They're the bottom three this time. I moved Toad down a little bit just because I value Ball Dash a little more with Goomba. Monty rose up a bit from the prior one just because of shout out to Matt Gree and Vickless Falcon for their Montefesto video. Fantastic video. Opened my eyes to Monty Mole. He was one of my favorite characters playing growing up as a kid. So that's pretty much the Should Never Sniff the Field tier. The Slight Whiff tier, we have Daisy, Koopa, Green Shy Guy, Bowser Jr., Toadette. With Daisy, she's your last resort middle infielder option. She has anti-chem with a lot of first basemen, so that's why she's here. Koopa, whether it's green or red, for Greg for green, or Raphael or Ron for red. Green has a very nice contact zone for the slap, so he's a pretty okay slap hitter. And then, of course, you have the red version for Falcon Pop. Maybe you pick him on a Bowser team, similar to how Shy Guy gets picked for a Birdo team, but either way, neither Koopa or Shy Guy are really seeing the field that much. And then Bowser Jr. and Toadette, if you don't get either Mario or Luigi in right field for your wall jumper, you're either picking Bowser Jr. or Toadette. Toadette, you pick if you want the better defense, and Bowser Jr. you pick if you were able to somehow draft Bowser Bro within this tier list format. Or not tier list format, the Season 2 draft format. The Sniffing Stars tier, I just decided to make a tier list for the three one-star line drive star swingers. They are ordered, so unfortunately, as much as I love Paratroopa, I did move him down a bit because last time I'm pretty sure he was around in between Mario and Luigi, but I moved Paratroopa down just because his bat's so bad. I'm pretty much bunting with him if I don't have a situation where I'm going to use the star with him. Dry Bones, he's awful in the field, but he has the best slap of the three. And then Noki, I'd say she's like the all-arounder of the three, probably the most valuable. She has direct chemistry with Pianta, which boosts Pianta's value a lot. Her 60 speed is tied with Paratroopa, but her sliding catch is very good. She has a great dive range, and her throwing arm is just about as strong as Paratroopa's. It's just she'll have a bigger windup if she's throwing from a farther distance. And I think her bat is better than Paratroopa's by a little bit, so that's why I have Noki, Green Paratroopa, and Green Dry Bones in that order. The Constant Sniffers tier, Wario is back up here. Last time he was in the I removed the last name, but the Fairly Sniffers tier, I removed that, just replaced it with Sniffing Stars since I moved Wario up, and I think I moved Daisy and Toadette down a bit. But yeah, Wario, I still don't like him too much, but he's I think he's the best defensive middle infielder outside of maybe Birdo. I think his sliding catch is very good. And if Waluigi's at first base, you can play him at shortstop for that chem throw to first. Other people have liked his slap hit a bit more. I haven't used it enough because I haven't drafted Wario a lot, honestly. I've always been a PM guy. But, if you get the Boo Waluigi double chem, the Wario dingers are great. And next we have PM. I moved PM down a bit. He used to be up kind of near where Toadsworth was. I just moved him down because with the new draft, it was hard to pick him at a specific spot since there wasn't, you don't pick in pairs anymore. And it's like, do you want him lefty or do you want him righty for the Falcon Pop? I still like him lefty. Some people like him righty. It's just preference. But with Noki getting picked a lot more as a consistent left fielder if the other team doesn't get Yoshi, I think PM's stock for hitting home runs is definitely rising. Diddy Kong and Dixie Kong, I've actually swapped these two. I've always had Diddy in front of Dixie Kong. I personally still prefer Diddy. When I pick Dixie, it's like I don't understand her slap timing. I think it's just the way she holds the bat just messes with me. But I'm not going to ignore the stats of how good people have been with Dixie Kong and with her similar arm release angle with Boo, how they kind of throw diagonal. Her pitching has just been tremendous. And I watch other very good net players play and they're pitching with Dixie. They're pitching gems with Dixie, and her slap with the push trajectory helps with her getting singles as well. And even then, even though Diddy has 70 speed, she has 60 speed and she has 70 throwing arm. So, play outfield too with a nice throwing arm, even catcher with 70 throwing arm. So even though I still like Diddy personally, I'm going to make the executive decision and put Dixie ahead of Diddy just because she's seeing more games, she's putting up better stats, and I can't deny that. Next up, Mario and Luigi. Again, similar as last time. I always have Mario ahead of Luigi. I think Mario has better RBI potential at the star swing. I like him as a wall jumper in right field compared to Luigi. Luigi's a little bit faster. Mario's a little slower. Mario's sliding catch. Luigi has super jump. Luigi has corner baseman utility. It's all preference. Luigi has a bit of a longer bat. It's if you like Mario, pick Mario. If you like Luigi, pick Luigi. It's as simple as that. Next up, Toadsworth. Toadsworth, I'll always love him. I actually really like drafting Toadsworth on a Bowser team, even though it sucks with the anti-chemistry. I think him at leadoff with just a very consistent single slap hit with sort of the trimmed bat he has. And of course, he has the 1-star to help drive in runs as well. He just kind of sucks defensively. You draft him for having a very consistent slap hit as well as RBI potential at the star swing. And then Waluigi rounding out the constant Sniffers tier. Great corner baseman. He can pitch. He has the longest bat reach in the game, or one of the longest bat reaches in the game. Great slap hit, push trajectory, noodle laser, chemistry with Wario, and Magic Koopa. So say you have Magic Koopa third base, Waluigi first base. It's great for getting putouts that way. I just love Waluigi. I've always liked him. Before he became really popular, I was one of the early users of him, especially just through the speed runs of always using him, getting used to his bat. Waluigi's just great, and I'm glad he's been a perennial number 10 ranked character for the past 2 seasons. Next up, sniffing every game. This is actually a bit of a shakeup compared to last time. Now, this is where you all will see how the draft for season 3 influenced my decisions on some characters. Because when we switched it to 1-2, 1-1, 1-1, where we weren't picking pairs anymore, and certain characters just value just changed. Like I used to be higher on Magic Koopa, but because it's so hard to pair Magic Koopa with a strong Bowser team, I just didn't see as much value in Magic Koopa. He's still great on the corner. Love his slap, love his star, love his defense. I love drafting Magic for third base. He's the character I'm most comfortable playing that position. It's just with the way the draft shaked out, I just didn't see as much value with him, and this is a huge drop off for me. Similar with Boo. Boo, it was just very hard because if you drafted Boo maybe like 5th or 4th overall, you just hurt yourself offensively. Because with only picking in singles, you could draft a character like KB. To say PD Bro ended up getting King Boo also for a 3rd heavy. It was just too much of a loss to draft a pitcher in Boo. And yes, I know his slap is great bat length, and he can get you a double from time to time. It just felt like you risked so much offensively by picking Boo, and especially with the rise of Dixie Kong. Dixie Kong is putting up, if not better, pitching numbers as Boo, and our offense wasn't that much worse compared to Boo. And it's just, if you picked Boo so high, you just lost too much offensively. And I've always been more of like a defensive minded player. I liked picking Boo early. I like using my captain stars to drive in runs. And with the way the draft of 1-2, 1-1 just so it made heavy so much more important in this draft, and that's why I think Boo's stock dropped down, and especially with the rise of Dixie Kong being a fantastic pitcher with a serviceable slap hit. I think that's why Boo ended up in the number 8 spot. Next up, we have Birdo. Birdo about the same as where she was last time. If you have her on a Bowser team, 2 stars for an egg, still plays a great defense. If you have her as captain on the PD Bro team, then you're sitting pretty. It's just slice the egg, score 2 runs if bases loaded at least, or go for frame 3, hit it between the first and second base gap. It's just Birdo's egg was so good, and definitely a lot more advancements of getting her egg consistently, whether it was with the slice or the frame three to always get between the first and second baseman or shortstop third if you're batting or lefty. She's just her star became really good. Now King Boo, someone who I was always down on, but I can't help but deny how much utility King Boo's gone. Obviously, his defense is good at third base. I still prefer Madge, but man, people were starting to hit more and more home runs with King Boo, and even I started to kind of get a bit better with King Boo. It's just you can't pass up his dinger potential. Season two, the meta was all about hitting home runs, and when people got good enough with King Boo to sort of master the timing and the stick direction for his swing, getting those home runs was great and added fantastic value. So King Boo rising all the way to the sixth spot, definitely a surprise to me because I personally still don't like him too much, but his dinger potential with how season two played out the meta, it had to allow him to rise to the number six spot. Next up, we have Yoshi at 5. Yoshi, about the same as where he was before my prior list. This is back when, or season 2, we still had 2 fielder swaps. It's just kind of midway through, we removed ZX, ZY. So that's why he moved down a bit from 4 to 5. But, he's still great. Best defender in the game. The slap hit's one of the better ones in the game. You draft him for insurance, If you have him on your field, he's going to prevent a lot of runs from scoring. You don't necessarily draft him offensively. You draft him to help your offense by not having to hit to Yoshi. Next up, DK, and it's sad for me to have him at 4th here, but DK, he took a fall for me, and it was all because of this new draft. I think 1-2-1-1 destroyed DK, just because people pick Bowser first, and the other person just goes PD Bro. It's like, okay, does the Bowser team pick DK? But it's either you make DK into a heavy, or if he's on the Bowser team, you can't use DK star because he can't be your captain. Or if you slap with DK, then the other team probably has Yoshi, and Yoshi can get to a lot of balls. It's just, DK is a very hard character to justify his placement with season 2 because of the new draft. And DK, at least for me, results showed I still love DK and I'd pick him a lot. If I ended up with the Bowser team, if the other person went PD Bro, I would go DK. Then it's like, okay, then they picked Yoshi. And it was just hard to formulate runs as the Bowser team as one pick with DK. So even though I love his slap, I love the charge, I love the star swing, as I said this in all these Tearless videos before, he's so versatile. It's just this draft really kind of gutted him as a character. And I say that as if like, man, DK must suck now. I mean, I still ranked him 4th, but like, man, just the production just wasn't there for me in season 2 with the new draft, and I'm hoping with the rule changes in season 4, DK I'm sure will rise back again without the Bowser captain lock. I think before in this video I kept on saying season 2 is last season. I mean season 3, so I'm sorry about that. But next, the Sniff Kings. As you can see, quite a shakeup. I have Bro all the way up here at number 3, and it's all because of the draft. Bro doesn't play defense, but man, people were hitting dingers with Hammerbro or Boomerang Bro, whichever one you prefer, like crazy. Home runs ran the season 2 or the season 3 meta, and Hammerbro was definitely at the forefront of it. Everyone kept going PD Bro as the 1-2 draft. First pick, people go Bowser, maybe PD. But PD Bro is a common second pick, and man, that's a good core to start your team. As it's the second pick at such a great advantage in the draft. And it's just the home run, man. Bro is hitting so many dingers. And even though he doesn't do anything defensively, that's why King Boo rose so much. People are hitting dingers more. Bro is hitting dingers. And people are picking Bro 3rd overall. It's in the draft. And, and the results proved to equate it to being 3rd in the tier list. So, again, with this new season in season 4, I'm sure DK could rise back up again with the changes of the non-Bowser captain. But for season 3, congratulations to Hammerbro for rising into the top 3. And number 2, I have Bowser. And the reason why I have Bowser number 2 for the first time ever on a tier list is because the draft sucked for him. The draft was awful for Bowser. If you're a one pick and you first picked Bowser, it was hard to build a core around Bowser because second pick would go PD Bro. So it's like, okay, you lose out on Hammerbro. And it's like, do you draft DK if you're one pick for your second pick? Do you draft Yoshi? Do you draft King Boo? It was just hard to form a core with Bowser. And Bowser just get walked a bunch, and then you don't necessarily have the RBI potential to back him up because, okay, say you get Birdo on your team, Birdo has to use 2 stars, DK has to use 2 stars to drive Bowser in. I mean, maybe you draft King Boo, but then you give the PD Bro team a free Captain DK or Captain Birdo. It's like maybe they get Madge too, or if you picked Boo, it's just very. I think Bowser alongside DK got nerfed the hardest with this season 3 with the draft, and it shows as to why I have him at number 2. And congratulations for number 1 as the Sniff King. We have PD Piranha. I mean, the new draft showed it. If you weren't picking at least PD as your number 1 overall pick, if you were one pick, or if you were the 2 picks of going PD Bro, PD Yoshi was popular during ZXZY. It always involved PD, and the reason is because he has power as strong as Bowser. It's a lot more skillful to hit home runs with him. It is harder than Bowser, but he plays catcher better than anyone else. He has the best chemistry tree, arguably, compared to anyone else. And it's the new draft just buffed PD Bro so much, and I had to put PD at number 1 just because Bowser, I think, suffered so much as a character within the draft. So that's pretty much it for the Season 3 tier list. Take a look at the prior tier lists, as I've done in my last videos, and then most notably here, the prior Season 2 tier list. As you can see, DK dropping a couple spots, Hammerbro rising 3 spots into the top 3, Madge dropped a bit, King Boo rose so much for me from 9 to 6. Then Paratroopa dropping a bit. Shy Guy took a bit of a drop. Monty Mole, a bit of a leap from towards the bottom. And then I put Mario and Luigi ahead of Diddy Dixie. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So thank you all for watching. I tried to make this quicker than my prior tier list videos just because mainly what I need to talk about was the changes of 1-2-1 in Season 3 and how much it affected the meta, especially with the top tier characters. But from me and Bella, I hope you all enjoyed this tier list video, and I hope everyone has a happy Thanksgiving, if you celebrate it, and I hope everyone has fun playing in Season 4 of the Project Rio 1.9.4 Mario Superstar Baseball. Thank you all for watching, and have a good holiday.